Hey reader friends, it's Mrs. Palin the Librarian with today's book review. So I just finished this graphic novel written by Shannon Hale. If you don't know Shannon Hale, find her. She's a award-winning novelist, best-selling novelist. One of my favorite series of all time is Goose Girl. There's 4 books in this series. Absolutely adore her as an author. This is actually her memoir, which is kind of like a story about herself, kind of autobiographical, about her elementary school experience. So I picked it up because I thought a memoir as a graphic novel was really pretty interesting. And I read it because I wanted to see if it belonged in my elementary school. And even though it takes place in elementary school, I don't know. I think I'm going to hold off buying it. There's nothing really bad in it, but I just found it so discouraging. Her experience with friends was really, really difficult. She made a best friend in elementary school named Adrian and just wanted it to be her and Adrian. But it can never be that way. And there was all of this infighting because the cool girls had a group and she was kind of part of it, but not really. And just so much lying and deceit and meanness. I just hated reading it as an adult. And I don't know how a kid's going to feel reading that. Maybe I could be completely wrong. And maybe some kids would take comfort in knowing that they weren't alone if they're living that kind of life in a school environment as well. I just found it really disturbing. I wanted to stop reading it. I kept reading it. And the message, of course, at the end was that Shannon finally just said, forget it. I don't even like you guys. I don't want to be part of your group. And she broke away. And that confidence and a couple of really nice friends that she met then in a grade above her just gave her the confidence to just be herself. And that became attractive enough to draw the cool girl over to her group. So her confidence kind of gave her her own little group of friends. That message I liked very much. There was also a scene in the book where boys kind of came over and grabbed them and one tried to kiss the friend. And I loved Shannon's standing up to those boys and telling her friend that you can't let boys do that and you're in charge of your own body and that kind of stuff. So that message was great. But again, I just think even though this is set in an elementary school, I just don't know if it belongs in an elementary school library. Middle school, perfect place for this book where they can look back and maybe think, oh yeah, didn't that stink and wasn't that so hard? And I don't know. Shannon Hale's memoir graphic novel called Real Friends. That's my 2 cents. Oh well, whatever you're reading, keep reading. See you soon, friends.